That paralog gave me a lot more trouble than it probably should have. Have an awesome rest of the night there, Hawks. I appreciate you stopping by and hanging out for this session of shenanigans. The dog came in late, like right beside me. She had a couple good ball throws there, and now she's in I'm tired, I'm gonna fall asleep right next to you mode. Is what she is now. Okay, so yeah, we did those thingamabobs. So there's a new support conversation available. I may as well go back to the camp, and then we can see what's going on with the class situation. Is what we can do, because we have some things mastered. So let's see here. If we go ahead and go to the training instructor. Let's see here. So, Byleth here first and foremost. Yeah, that was definitely the time to pull out Silverheart. So I assume Enlightened was just like fancier Silverheart later down the line. So we can go back to like, I don't know, Paladin or something. This is what we can do, sure. Sure, there. And then, does Gerald have anything else that he can work on, like, right now? Was he part of the Deathblow group? Or yeah, he's part of the Deathblow group, not the Offensive Tactics group. So, I should probably give him, like, Armored Knight so he can work towards doing this thingamabob. Or maybe I should just, you know, he doesn't have to be a, you know, Great Knight to wield, not Crusher there, the, Spicy Axe from Edelgard, once Edelgard doesn't need it anymore. Because apparently you get a mirrors, like some S-rank reward down the line. I can just have him work on like some beginner classes if I really want to. Her freaking Mage Geralt, sure. And then Leonie. Let's see here. So you got that done. So you have all your beginner classes done now, which is good. You're not part of the kinship group. Sucks to suck. Oh well, there's Essence of Fire, thingamabob. Could always do Arms Thrift. There's Deathblow. Sure, I'll do that then. Deathblow is not a bad one to get. Notification show up, connections bad against... Wait, what notification? Was there a notification of some sort that you sent? I'm confused. Yeah. The one character there's no exclamation point on. Hi! Hi. How are you, silly doggy? Alright, yeah, let's see here. So, Leonie. So, Leonie here. Yeah, let's go ahead and give Brigand to. Let's do that. And then you can work towards getting Deathblow and stuff, because it's not half bad. She's not half bad. This is great. What, you sent a thingamabob? A freaking, well, I very much appreciate it. I'm not getting a notification at the moment, though. I can trick stream elements thingamabob. Is what I can check. I think that there was some weirdness during, like, previous 24-hour streams as well. Hasn't there been? Maybe. Let's see here. Wait, maybe I shouldn't have clicked profile there. No. Back to the main thing. I see the one from the other day. Maybe it just takes a bit to go through or something like that. Well, I do very much appreciate it, Guzma, but, yeah, a thingamabob has not, gone through at the moment, is the case. So it was successful? I see the one from July 18th, a few days ago. And then one from June 17th. Before that... Maybe it'll take a hot second? Well, if there's a thingamabob, we'll have it come up, whenever it comes up, I guess. Maybe it takes a bit. Well, I do very much appreciate it, Guzma, for whatever it was. For whatever amount there, you freaking crazy mad lad. Well, we'll find out next time on Dragon Ball Z, I guess, is what it'll be. Alright, let's see here. So there's a new support conversation, and the first one of these, huh? The first one of these here.
Hey, I was looking for you. Didn't think I'd find you down by the river. That's an awful lot of blood on your cloak.
I thought soaking it in the water would help get it out.
I don't know. That fight went on for a while. And blood doesn't come out so easily, even if you start washing it right away. If you ask me, it's more trouble than it's worth. You have another one, right?
I do, but I'd still like to use this one if I can. Something wrong?
Oh, sorry. It's just, you reminded me of Citri, of your mother, back when we first met.
How so?
There was this one time when she was trying really hard to get some stains out of a handkerchief. She had your same quiet composure and everything, and when I asked her if she had another one, you know what she told me? She just turned and said, if I could still use this one, I'd rather not throw it away.
Well, it's not exactly the same.
Maybe not. But I still see so much of her in you. When I was first getting to know her, I never saw her laugh or cry. Just like someone else I could mention.
You know, you never really used to talk about her, but you've been doing it a lot lately. Why is that?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'm feeling a little regret for dragging you into the mercenary life. You've never had a place to call home, and you don't have any friends your age. And it's been one bloody battle after another since this war broke out. If she were still alive, your life would be entirely different. You'd be with her, and things would be peaceful.
I don't regret my life here with you. I might not have a home or friends, but you've always been there for me. Living by the sword suits me just fine, and I've had no shortage of allies. So...
You're right. There's no cause for regrets. You really are just like her, though. You know that?
Alright, support level B. Interesting. So we get to explore this kind of topic and field then. Aw. Aw. Well, I do very much appreciate it, Guzma, but you don't have to worry about doing something like that. Like, you don't have to worry about making it up to me or anything like that. There's nothing to, like, you know, apologize for, make up for, anything like that. And this is reminding me of a conversation I had with my Taekwondo instructor the other day, actually. I know that seems random, but that's what it's honestly reminding me of. Let's see here. So, I'm just gonna wind up telling the story now is what I'm gonna do. So, at my, what's this? All side missions.
Show me a
jeez,
moves.
there, oh my goodness
Test
gracious.
number 2.
Oh my goodness, that jump scared me. Was there a test number 1? Wait, what? Oh my goodness gracious, that jump scared me. I appreciate the $25 tip there, Guzma. I see that one in Streamlabs here, Stream Elements. My goodness gracious, my heart there for a hot second. The freaking jump scares. I need to do side missions here. I very much appreciate it, Guzma. Anyway, this story. I sure hope there wasn't like the initial one and then a test 1. Let's see if the second one sent, but apparently the first one didn't. Boosted. I don't know. Maybe it'll go through late. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see what happens there. I guess, but I very much appreciate it, Kuzma. You crazy mad lad, you. I do very much appreciate it. You know, again, you don't have to, you know, do anything to like make up for anything or anything like that. Don't be worrying about that right there. The story that I wanted to tell and how it related to you there. So I was talking with my Taekwondo instructor the other day because I've been trying to like commit to a schedule again. A while back, yeah, I can do that if I get the other one, Guzma. I can do that if that's the case. A while back, I wanted to get back into training like late last year, and you know, I had a lot of life stuff going on, what with, you know, a recent passing in the family, a lot of craziness going on with university, and life was just in a weird place. So I brought it up to my instructor, and, you know, it's a family-run business. It's the head instructor and his father, the master of the dojang. Like, it's a family-run thing there. Like, at the end, my unit, maybe Hubert. How about Hubert, I guess, is who I can bring along this time. I haven't brought Hubert along in a while. Isn't Hubert a paladin as well, though? Should I just bring my unit then? I don't know. I'll bring Hubert anyway for funsies. Is what I'll do, sure. Does Bernadetta want to be something else? But anyway, because my life was in a... Oh yeah, because Bernie's like... She could be an adjutant this time, and then she'll finish it off. Look at the thing, and I'll bring someone else to support Bernie. Since my life was in a bit of a weird place when I had brought up the idea of, you know, getting back into training properly and whatnot again, what he told me was, you know, you're one of our longest time students here, so anytime you feel like coming in and training, if it's, you know, one of the days that, you know, that's available, like one of the adult classes, just come in and train. Don't worry about, you know, committing to a schedule for now. Don't worry about payment for now. Anytime you feel like coming in and training, then you can come in and train. And that's something that I've been doing for a while. And a while back, when I talked to him about it and said, like, I'd like to get into a proper schedule here, like, this summer, like, a full proper schedule with, like, you know, being on the payroll and whatnot, like, paying them for training and such, what he told me was, make 4 consecutive classes, then we can talk about putting you back on a schedule again. For now, just keep on coming in and training when you feel like training. It's like, Okay then. Like anytime I bring it up, he kind of skirts around the issue. Well, I guess it's not really an issue. It doesn't have to be, but you know. So Bernie and Edelgard. Sure, we can bring Edelgard this time. Oh yeah, I was gonna give Edelgard Emperor like the beginning of the stream, and now I've been streaming for almost 4 hours and I still haven't done it yet. I'm so dumb. Anyway, whatever. So yesterday I brought it up to him again because I've been committing like pretty hard to like coming in at least 2 days a week lately. So I talked to him after class and and you know, told him I've been trying to get back into a proper schedule here again, and he was like, yeah, I've been noticing that you've been coming regularly again and whatnot. And you know, I brought up the idea of like, oh, maybe in the near future I could go back to, you know, paying for classes again and being on a payroll and whatnot. Yeah, that's the case. The way that they treat it at the Dojang is like, our master very much believes that nobody should be denied training because they can't afford it. So for anyone who can't afford it, it's just like, pay what you can or don't worry about payment, essentially. Like, when I was talking to my instructor last night, it was, you know, sparring day and whatnot. And the person that he was talking to, like, just before me, I guess needed, like, some hand guards and some arm guards for sparring. And she had gotten, like, some hand guards there, but needed to have, like, a set of arm guards, like, sent in or something like that. So he was talking with this girl and her mother there. And her mother was asking if they should pay for, like, the hand guards now or something like that. And what he told them was, you know, you can pay for the arm guards when they come in, but the hand guards, you know, that could just be our gift to you. And she was like, what, really? And, you know, it was a super heartwarming kind of thing about there. She was really moved by that was the case. So yeah, they're very, very generous there. So when I had said that I wanted to, you know, be officially on like a schedule that they have registered in their system and, you know, be paying for classes again and whatnot, he asked me why I wanted to do that. And I thought it was kind of a strange question to be asking, like, why I wanted to do that. I was like, well, you know, I've been taking advantage of your kindness for so long here, like for the past, since late last year, not paying for classes and whatnot. And I, you know, want to be, doing what I can and whatnot there. And then he wound up giving me this whole spiel about how, you know, he doesn't feel like he's being taken advantage of or anything like that. And I'm creating like these negative emotions of guilt out of nothing. There's nothing to feel bad for, yada, yada. So, you know, my, my feelings of trying to, you know, make things up and whatnot and being told like, don't need to worry about that. That kind of reminded me of, you know, this situation last night, as you were just mentioning with, you know, apologizing for, which you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about that there, but you know, how I was feeling talking to my instructor there is kind of like how you were feeling in a way, where it's like gotta make up for things, whereas, you know, he assured me that there's nothing to make up for. So when I talked about like getting onto a proper schedule, he started talking to me about how, you know, as a university student, as a young man, a university student and whatnot, if I'm paying for like a full set of classes, but I'm not making it like a couple times a month or something like that, then that can be a significant part of my tuition that I'm, you know, missing out there on potentially if I'm not getting full value out of it. So he told me to, you know, mull it over at home and whatnot and come to like a proper decision on if I can get full value out of the training at this point. And he told me, you know, like if either of us needs to be like losing in this situation, I would rather it be me than you, is what he told me there. Like they're so kind to me there. Like it's insane. So, you know, I wanna do things to, you know, help support them and whatnot, especially considering a little bit before COVID, like several years before COVID, they wound up getting their own building. And just one building, like not multiple locations, because the master believes very strongly in getting to know all the students personally and whatnot, and you can't really do that if you have like a chain of places. So just one dedicated place they had specially built, and that must have cost, you know, a fortune there. And then it's not super long after that COVID happens, and you know, they can't exactly be making a whole lot of income during that time, I would imagine. Like I don't know what the financial situation is over there, but you know, they're getting back into like the swing of things nowadays again, but it's probably not as much as like pre-COVID times, I would imagine. So, you know, they already do like so much over there, and I want to I want to freaking, you know, help support and whatnot, but literally every time that I bring up the idea of, like, paying for classes, I always get, like, a spiel about, like, not having to worry about it and whatnot, because I've been there for so long and such, and such. So, there have been, like, several times I've had conversations with them before, trying to, like, talk about, like, what steps can I take here to start paying for classes again, because I feel like I am at the ready to do that. And every time I find myself walking out of that dojang, still not paying for classes. Like, it's freaking... it's insane. It's insane, man. But yeah, I can't help yourself sometimes and do it anyway out of fear and tense worry. That's good to hear, though. That's some really inspirational stuff, too. Don't hear stuff like that very often, so it's been a struggle to find within yourself. There's some really kind and incredible people out there. Like, you know, both the head instructor there and the master of the dojang have been very inspirational to me in my life. And, you know, I wouldn't have done, like, the most recent 24-hour charity stream, for example, if it wasn't for them, like, helping to fundraise for a charity that dojang often fundraises for. There we go. I got the enemies defeated. Oh, I forgot to turn off the Dogi Camp for this battle. It doesn't matter that much for that. A little bit, but, like, you know, he gave me this whole spiel about, like, I don't need to be creating these, like, feelings of guilt when there's no need to feel that, since he doesn't feel taken advantage of, and they're just, you know, happy to help there and whatnot. So, you know, there was that. Gave me a whole discussion about that. So there is still an aspect of me that does feel a little bit guilty, but at the same time, like, you know, he's specifically asking me to not feel guilty, you know? So, you know, there's that there. Here, let's do some thingamabobs. Let's do some thingamabobs, how about? Well, yeah, I'll go ahead and switch to Edelgard here. Edelgard, how about? Oh no, it's Iron General. But yeah, take his word and go with the flow. Maybe, maybe that's the play here. I would still like to go back to, you know, paying for classes again in the near future. Is the thing. But yeah, they, you know, they never bring up me paying for classes. I'm the only one that freaking brings it up. They, I feel like if I wouldn't bring it up, it probably wouldn't become, like, part of the conversation. Because, you know, they're just A.O. fine with me coming into classes, training when I feel comfortable and whatnot, as, like, one of the long-time students there. Because I started training there when I was, like, 4 years old. I'm 23 now. I literally don't have any memory of my life, like, with not training in Taekwondo, so, you know. I've definitely known them a very long time at this point and whatnot. But yeah, the idea of payment never really comes up there. Like, it's just me that brings it up is the thing. Like, even at testing, when I recently went, like, retesting for 3rd degree with black belt, there's usually, like, costs associated with testing and whatnot for, you know, running the event, the dinner that the master always treats us all to after the testing is done, the boards that get broken. Like, there's expenses for these kinds of things. Whereas for this most recent testing, you know, I just showed up, did my testing and whatnot, and, you know, they never brought up payment at all to me. So if I wasn't the one, like, bringing up payment to them, it probably wouldn't be part of the conversation at all, you know? Yeah, I'm not trying to take advantage of it. That's why I brought it up to him last night, and he was like, but I'm not being taken advantage of. You don't have to worry about it, and that's what he was assuring me of. So that was the case. And it felt like it's been dragging on for a long time, because it was, like, late last year. I haven't been paying for my classes since, like, late last year, and it's already, like, halfway through this year, so it's, like, approaching a year now. So it's, like, a year without paying for classes there? Isn't that, like, you know, kind of taking advantage of that kindness? And when I brought it up to him, and, he was just like, no, I don't feel taken advantage of. You don't need to have these negative emotions. He was like, why do you feel these negative emotions here? I was like, because you guys are so kind to me, and I feel like I'm not, you know, doing enough in return and whatnot, you know? But yeah, I think you're getting very mixed up with, like, what Larch is there, Guzma. Larch is a not-for-profit that helps those with developmental disabilities, which is a charity that the dojang often helps fundraise for. Larch is not the dojang, is the thingamabob there. Wait, maybe the previous comment was important. I was looking at the website just the other day and wanted to see a lot of stuff that was going on with the community. I couldn't really find much in terms of Taekwondo. If you want the actual name of my dojang, I can send it to you. Found some of those stories pretty interesting and neat though too, but want to see some videos and pictures of what goes on over there. There haven't been any of those for, like, a long time, what with, like, COVID and whatnot, and it also being, like, a weird a weird finicky situation with like, you know, getting parents' consent for filming their kids and whatnot and such. But yeah, so I haven't paid for going to Larch before. Larch is just a charity that the Dojang often fundraises for, because our master very strongly believes in the importance of giving back to the community and whatnot. Every May, the Dojang typically holds a fundraiser for Larch to, you know, help give back to the community, because our master believes that that's something really important to be pursuing, is giving back to the community. So we have an event called the Breakathon, where the students of the Dojang will, you know, go around fundraising in their own unique ways. And at the end, we present, you know, a big check to Larch for this Breakathon event, which is just meant to be like a fun coming together event where we break like a bunch of boards for funsies and all these, you know, fun different ways and whatnot. Like, the boards that we use for the Breakathon are always like these really simple to break boards. Like, they're very thin. They're not like the freaking thick boards that you use for testing. They're not like that. They're thin boards that we use for, oh, I'm sorry, Jesse, I didn't mean to scare you. They're very thin boards that we use for the Breakathon. No, they're associated because like they kind of partner with one another, but they are not. But yeah, people from Larch will come during the Breakathon and will oftentimes get to break some boards themselves. I don't know if there's any videos of that out there or not. There might potentially be. But usually we'll raise anywhere from like 7 to 10 grand, something like that, together as a Dojang, and I think that's really cool to be doing there and such. The last time there was an actual Breakathon, which hasn't been for, you know, 3 years now, is the thing. I don't remember what kick I was setting up, but I was setting up something where you hold the board like that. So I was gonna do something from like overhead, essentially, to like break from that way. And I remember the master came over to me and looked at me. He does like a kind of motion of polishing my forehead and says, "Headbutt it." And I get ready to headbutt the board, and he starts laughing and says like, "Everyone, look over here. He's gonna headbutt break the board." And I did. And that's exactly what I did there. So, nice silly doogie. So there's that. But yeah, did actually a small video or two of a whole group cheering for one person who's getting I assume that's supposed to be board broken or plank broken, which you thought was super awesome. I can send you some videos of my most recent testing if you want to see them. Like, I failed my testing. I did in some of my subsequent attempts, but I still failed all of them. Like, wow, it is not easy to break a stack of 6 boards together for my testing. Wow, if I grab my, you know, failed stack here. It is not freaking easy. Like, how much is 6? Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is how thick of wood I need to break for my testing there. So, you know, obviously it's full boards. Something, you know, alright broken would be hard to break again, but yeah. Something like that. I broke 5 out of 6 in the stack. I don't know how that's even possible. One board alone doesn't look easy. Well, assuming that it's like full. You know, it's a bit thicker. Where's the, here's the top thing, Bob. Like, here's 2 halves, and I know that these are the right 2 halves because there's the freaking smiley face that I drew on it as like a target before I broke it. So this is 1. This is 1 there, and that's how, that breaks there. So, you know, ow. Here's the, knuckles, at least from your perspective. So, you know, breaking them individually isn't too bad when you're, you know, doing them on their own like that and whatnot. Whoa. But 6 together is what I gotta do. 6 together and 3 in midair is the thing. So, you know, while each of them individually in midair isn't too hard, it's just hard to, like, you know, get the perfect run where you break all 3 of them and have, like, the right amount of power that you need in each, so. My most recent testing was failed yet again, unfortunately. I really hope to get that done and, you know, have this massive milestone in my life be done with after 3 years. More than 3 years. 3.5 years at this point. But yeah, there was that, but no, they are completely separate. This thingamabob there is the case. But yeah, does it have an indent in the middle? Nope. Makes it really tight, or do you just straight up break it in half, the whole thing? Just break it in half, like the whole thing. There's no indent or anything like that. I just drew like a little smiley face target, just to give me something to aim for, because if you don't hit dead center, you don't break it. At least when you're trying to break 6, is the thing. There we go. Look, that's how close Bernadetta was there.
I imagine this will serve me
Neat.
What a
fascinating.
Neat. Offensive tactics. Nice. That's a very good one there. Very, very good one there. Cool. Sage's Tome. That one's actually pretty spicy. Tome Pendant Morphus, Metropolis of Magic. That one's pretty neato, I must say. Okay, boobity bop. Boobity bop there. And also when it comes to the an instructor's generosity and whatnot, when I told him how much you would donate for Larch there. As I mentioned before, in that box is something from him. Is the thing. So when that gets sent out, there's, you know, something there that's from him. Though, even though you two have never met each other before, there's a thingamabob from him in there. Yeah, still very impressive though if you try that. You know your wrist would be broken almost. It's not a handbrake. It's a kick. Like, you don't break, it's not breaking 6 with a handbrake. That, I don't think that's possible unless you're like, you know, buffest guy ever. It's with a back kick, with like your heel, is the thing. There's no way I would break 6 with a handbrake. That's not feasible. Definitely not there. Maybe one hand alone? You mean like just on one of these? I mean just like one board kind of thing? What? These aren't the kinds of boards that we use for Breakathon. These are like testing boards that you use when, you know, you're testing for the next level and whatnot. The Breakathon boards that we use are like demo boards that are like super thin. But testing boards where you actually have to test, that's where things get a little bit sketchy. Anyway, I just have these around because, you know, I'm gonna burn them. There's no real point keeping the failed attempt ones around, so I'm gonna take them out to the lake cabin and use them as kindling because they're actually good firewood. So that's why I have them still. Is the thing. I don't know why they're still under my desk. I haven't bothered to put them somewhere else, basically. Has been the case. Okay. Wait, was this the side objectives one? Gosh darn it, it was, wasn't it? I have to do it again. Is planks break exactly in half, or people broke them almost on the sides? I don't know what you mean by the sides, but there have been times where you can break it into 3 pieces, where you break out like a chunk from the middle, is a thing. This is just like some materials there. It's not that big a deal, right? Let's see here. Succeed in securing aid from wealthy local merchant. Also, where's here? I've heard that sound effect in other games before. What do you say? Thanks, man. And then your strategy. Visit the auxiliary unit at their post and brief them on your strategy. I'll slip it with some merchants seeking enemy territory. Wait my reports. Close an equipment match what is typical for the region. Should be able to blend in without getting detected. Infiltration. Okay. Oh, there's an extra battle too. But yeah. Like breaking a 4th rather than half? Not exactly. That's not really how the structural integrity of that kind of thing would work. Like, if you do hit it, like, on some edge, or I don't know exactly what you mean here. Like, if you hit it on some, like, edge, like, up here, it could potentially snap there. But it's gonna snap the easiest when you hit it, like, right dead center like that. There are some rare cases where, you hit it dead center and a chunk breaks out from the middle and it breaks into 3 pieces, but is the thingamabob there. I don't think I've ever seen 4 pieces, if that's what you mean by a 4th. I don't think I've ever seen a board break into 4. I have seen board break into 3. It happens from time to time, but not 4 though. Yeah, I don't have the thingamabobs there. I do not have that. But yeah. Yeah, dead center. Because, you know, that's why... Wow, if I grab the board again. Something like this, solid like that, is going to be a lot easier to break than something like this. This is going to be a lot harder to break one of these halves. Like, it'd get harder and harder as it gets, like, smaller and smaller. Or the closer that you get to, like, an edge. Like, if I tried to break this here, it would be best to do it right in the center like that. If I try to do it on, like, an edge, you know, you're just going to be turning it like that. You're not going to break a thing off, like, right on the corner there. That's, unless you take, like, a power tool or something like that and, you know, saw it off or something. But it's... You want to hit it, like, right in the center there, where it's most likely to break in half there. Let's see here. Let's just see. But yeah, seeing videos and pictures would be really cool to see. There should be, if you do check, like, Discord and, like, the, invisible mode there, since I know you're taking a bit of a break from Discord, but you were on it earlier. If you just scroll up in the freaking Storytime channel there were some clips of, stuff there. So the video that you saw the other day, legit was looking around to see if you were there somewhere. What is this? Oh yeah, I guess that's the Dojang there. that is the dojang that I train at. So I guess there was like a video that Large did that is about the breakathon there. Yeah, interesting. I don't think I've actually seen this. I don't think I've actually seen this video. The instructor who's going up to it there in the beginning of the video. I don't think I want to share this on stream because I don't want to like dox myself. I don't think. I mean, anyone who searches enough for it could probably find it anyway. But the instructor who's going up and holding the board there at the beginning, that's the instructor who I was talking to the other day, the head instructor of the school. And the person who put some things in that box there for you is him there. But yeah, the video is a bit of a better example of like the demo boards that are used. So do I just want to show like a freaking small snippet anyway? Is the thing, Rob, since we're talking about things here now. Is the case. Nah, I won't. Freaking just imagine it. Just imagine it for a hot second, eh? But that's watching without the thingamabob. So, the boards that are used during the breakathon, like for funsies, like in the video, are like yay thick, something like that, like something really thin, just for show, just to like show if you have the confidence to like hit hard enough to break it. Because if you like, all those boards test our confidence. These boards test both confidence and power, but, for a fun event like Breakathon, we do, like, the little simple demo boards. They're called demo boards because you use them in, like, demonstrations if you want to, do, like, a flashy kind of performance or something like that. Like, whenever we do a festival, when it goes on, when it's not COVID times and whatnot, when our school comes together with another set of Taekwondo schools who essentially do Taekwondo track and field, each set of schools always has, like, a demo team, which essentially do, like, a fancy performance to music, and they go break boards in, like, fancy ways. They use the thin demo boards for that. Just the ones where you hit them just like that, and they'll break. They'll break just like that, just for the sake of, having a board there and having it look cool and whatnot. These boards are not like that. These boards are a bit more, challenging there. But yeah, I think this is my first time seeing this, video here. But yeah, the organization of Larch there is, not-for-profit that helps those with developmental disabilities, so I guess that's what we're see in the video here. Hey, I know people in the background there when it showed the crowd there. It doesn't look like I might not be in the crowd there. That it happens all the time, but not at Breakathon is the thing. In the video, the 18-second mark, the Dudo there, wow, my goodness, he's grown taller since that time, because he's I see him around, I train with him there. The Dudo at like the forefront there, at the 18-second mark, he was somebody that I asked if he was interested in working on the old truck with me, and he said that like he'd consider it because he's interested in that kind of thing, but got back to me and said like this summer's a little bit busy, so he might not be able to. But if he's ever feeling spicy, there's a chance that he might potentially be working with me on the truck there, is the thing. Yeah, I recognize a bunch of people there. I guess I wasn't in the shot here, so that was 2020. Interesting. I mean, 2020 was when COVID started, right? So this probably was from like an earlier thingamabob there. But yeah, I can name like most of the people in the crowd there. Well, most of the older ones. Like, I don't know most of the kiddos, but most of the like older ones there, I know. Like, hold on, is there who I think there is there? Yeah, it's blurry to see, but looking at the crowd from a distance, the Dudo way on the far left in the white uniform, he's the person that I was talking to about video games after testing that. He told me he has over 100 hours in Nier Automata as the thingamabob there. And we spent like the whole time talking about like video games until the restaurant closed after testing that one day. So there was that. How many of them are still there? Like in terms of the older ones, In terms of ones in the video, most of them are still there. The one that I was just talking about there, who I was talking about like Nier Automata with, I haven't seen him training there for a while. I think sometimes he still comes for some of the dedicated Keychun classes on the side. He always comes to like help out with like every testing for like holding the boards and whatnot, and instructing students during testings, but I haven't actually seen him in like training for a good while. I think that sometimes he'll come and like train on his own or with a few others in like the upstairs dojang. The cool thing about the building that they built is there's like a big downstairs dojang and a smaller upstairs one. I think he does like some training up there sometimes. The one to the right of him was like a big regular there, and one of the instructors there for a long time. I haven't seen him since COVID, is the thing. But most of the older crowd, are people that are still around there. Like, looking at the final shot here, I'm seeing some faces that I've been sparring over the past couple weeks. There's definitely a few amount of people there that I've been sparring in the mix. Interesting. But yeah, freaking COVID there. It's really hard to tell from like a distance with like the blurriness, but the tall dude on the far right with the blurriness was showing me a while back some interesting ways to sheath the training sword. Yeah, I didn't realize that it was a thingamabob there. I did not know. Further increase the types of goods sold by the item shop. Wait. That's just goods, though. It's not gifts, so it's not going to give me the coffee beans and stuff, right? I don't ever buy weapons from the thingamabob. Let's just get this for now. That's what we can do. Look at that. 100 facility effects. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? But yeah. Well, I wouldn't ask the master about it. I can ask the head instructor about it, though. Is the thing. I wouldn't ask the master about that, though. I don't think. But the head instructor, at least, who's at the forefront in that video, I could always mention it to him. Let's see this here really quickly.
The Empire Sweets truly are a delight.
Might I interest you in a cup of coffee? It cuts through the sweetness of the treats perfectly.
No, I'm good. Honestly, I don't understand how you can drink that all the time. It's so bitter.
Well, I suppose one with a youthful tongue would not care for it. Yet the bitterness, the deep richness, the subtle acidity... Oh, and I'm not treating you like a child here. I am merely discussing different palates.
I'm not a child, and neither is my tongue. Now give me some of that coffee.
Are you all right, Lysithia? Here, wipe your mouth. I fear that attempt was ill-advised. If you wish to enjoy coffee, you must first modify it to your liking. Perhaps we might try adding sugar and goat's milk. It would mellow the flavor and add sweetness.
Yes, please. There's something I'm curious about, Hubert.
And what might that be?
Why are you being so kind and indulgent to me and only me? Compared to how you treat other people, it's clearly strange.
And what if I were doing so because Her Majesty had commanded me to pay particular attention to you?
Huh? She did? I mean, even if she did do that, you're still being far nicer to me than you have to be.
If I tell you, you must not breathe a word of it to anyone. I will erase you if this gets out. Permanently.
You'll erase me? Well, all right. I promise to keep it a secret until the day I die. Is that good enough?
It will do. I have a younger sister. One the same age as you. The pair of you have similar personalities, so perhaps I end up doting on you for this reason.
You have a sister? Why doesn't anyone know?
I conceal my family's existence as much as possible to avoid their becoming a liability. I also have a mother and little brother. Yet you certainly do not know the first thing about them either.
I suppose it would be strange for a noble like yourself to not have a single relative. Still, it's surprising you'd keep it under wraps from even your close friends and comrades.
It is my business. Regardless. I imagine that is the reason I unconsciously end up favoring you as I do.
So you aren't treating me as a child, but a little sister? Well, if that's the case, and considering how much older you are than me, I suppose I can allow it.
Oh, but that will not do. My sister would be most indignant if I were to treat anyone other than her as such. Ergo, I will simply have to exercise more caution and refrain from treating you as anything other than a normal child.
If it would make your sister upset, then... What do you mean, treat me like a child?
Oh dear, I let it slip. It appears my tongue is the one that still has some maturing to do.
Huh, so we got a little snippet about Hubert's family then. Interesting. Interesting. Do we want to do a thing with Ignatz? Wait, do I have a... I'm not maxed out with Ignatz, am I? Let me just check. Okay, I still have a little ways to go on Ignatz then. So let's see here. Ignatz right here. Apparently Ignatz wants to go on a thingamabob. Where... What? Oh, there he is. Jeez. Apparently you want to go out on a thing, Ignatz? Invite on expedition. Yeah, let's go out on a thingamabob. Sure, turn off the cameras in case I use it as a thumbnail. I don't know if I will or not. I don't know. Just in case.
Where are we going today?
And we get to see like the full thingamabob. Let's go to the, I don't know, the forest.
I'll look at the world through your eyes.
We'll do that. I mean, I can have this on for now and whatnot. It's just the way that is in like Three Hopes. I guess I want it to be like closer to like the present, not be as much of a time skip and such. Not be like as much in the middle of war, still be in like the earlier phases and stuff. And whatnot. I guess, maybe. I'm not completely certain there. Be a little bit different, have an excuse for like some different designs and such. And whatnot. I mean, there's some on their official website. They have an official YouTube, I think. They haven't posted on it in like forever. But, I mean, if I just look it up, the name of the place. I don't think they've posted on it in like forever. Yeah. The last time posting on it was 1 year ago, and the last thing before that was like 3 years ago. And then there's like the old Tega Kumseis in the old Dojang. That was the super old the old place there. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of stuff on there on their thingamabobs, but I can also the picture that it shows, it has all the lights working on the front. Those lights have not been working for a long time now. Anyway, here I can send it to you on Discord there if you want the thingamabob. Yeah, there's that. Ignatz, what do you want to talk about, huh?
Apparently my ancestors lived in Leicester before the Alliance was even formed.
Wait, let's see here. Ask about Ignatz's ancestors is apparently the play here.
Right.
Apparently.
I'm worried about historical ruins getting destroyed in the war. There's no way to get them back once they're gone.
Vow to protect those historical sites.
You have my thanks.
You have my thanks.
I'm not jealous of nobles or people with crests. They have their own share of troubles.
Say something only they know.
I get it.
Bam! Bada bing, bada boom. Conversation is wildly engaging. Perfect conversation. Wow! What do you have to say, huh?
Is something the matter? You're making me blush.
Aren't these technically dates? No.
I tried my best to fix it.
No.
I'm envious of people who've been blessed with an excellent physique. It's an area in which I'm sorely lacking.
No. No.
Amazing. Amazing. Uh-huh. This can't be.
No. No. What do you like? Art, the goddess, the four saints, striking landscapes, faraway lands, peace and quiet, beautiful flowers. You like flowers? Here, take this.
Thank you very much.
Okay, he was just okay about it. He didn't exactly love it. All right, let's go.
Thank you for today. I hope you invite me again sometime.
Bam. Coolio Julio. But yeah, well, it was initially a small dojang in the in a strip mall. If you look at like the old videos on the channel of like the old Tegak Pumses, that's done in like the old location. That is a place in a strip mall, essentially. But about a decade ago, they wound up building their own whole building and whatnot. So yeah, as I was mentioning earlier, being concerned about, you know, wanting to help support them after how much that building must have cost, and then like COVID times and whatnot, like, I imagine that building's probably gonna take like a very, very long time to pay off if I had to guess there. And the people running it, as we've established, are so incredible, you know? So, so yeah, there's that. So yeah, when I initially started training, it's because it was in like a strip mall 2 minutes from where I live. is a thing, and that's what those initial videos are. That was just 2 minutes from my house, and, you know, my parents thought it would be, like, a cool thing for me when I was, like, 4 years old and whatnot. Probably not. That's the kind of thing that would take a very, very long time. Very, very, very long time. I don't know. I haven't asked them about it. I feel like it'd be kind of rude to ask about that kind of thing. That would be my guess. I'd be very surprised if they had already, because that must have cost a fortune, I would imagine. But yeah, so I initially just started with it because, you know, it was something really close and convenient. My parents thought it might be a good outlet for me, and then it wound up being, you know, a really incredible thing. I wound up, you know, getting a really good crowd there in terms of, you know, the family running it and such, and nowadays are still with them at now a very different location with the whole dedicated building that they have, you know, is the case. So yeah, let's see what's going on here.
Hey, do you have a moment?
Also, I forgot to address those prior things that you were asking. I can address that after this. I'm sorry.
What's going on, Ignatz? Finally leaving on that journey to see the world?
No, not that. In fact, we're not going to talk about my dreams today. You always ask questions about me, but you never talk about yourself. So, I thought it was high time I asked about you. You certainly have piqued my curiosity.
Sure, go ahead. What did you want to ask?
Well, since I told you about my dreams, I wanted to know about yours.
My dreams, huh? I don't really know. I've never thought too much about it.
Really? Is there anything you want to do once the war's over?
Just keep going with the mercenary thing. It's not like I can do much else.
But we'll finally have peace. You won't have to fight anymore.
Yeah, but that's all I've been doing since even before the war started. I'd just be going back to my old way of life. Killing monsters, guarding villages. There's still plenty of work even in times of peace. And who's to say some enemy from outside Fodlan won't show up?
Well, that may be true, but isn't it difficult having to constantly fight all the time?
Every job's got its tough parts, but the mercenary lifestyle's a perfect match for my personality. I can't even imagine settling down and establishing roots somewhere.
Yeah, that does sound like you.
Does it now?
Oh, I'm sorry. I just meant that you don't really seem like the kind of person who wants to stay tied down.
You think so? Well, whatever the case, I plan on earning my keep with my sword. As long as my body holds out, that is. What about you, Ignatz? You gonna stay a knight once this thing's over?
I'm not sure. I'll have to cross that bridge when I come to it. But if my duties as a knight were to end at some point, then I guess that's when I could make my dreams a reality. If I were to do that, do you think you'd like to come with me as my bodyguard?
You do realize I'll be Fodlan's most sought-after mercenary by then. I'm not gonna come cheap.
Oh, really? Then I'll have to work extra hard to save up some money. Because I really do want to travel with you.
I'm gonna hold you to that, Ignatz. I'll be counting down the days till then.
Alright, neato, support level A. And yeah, I don't know if that's I mean, he already doesn't spend like a lot of time physically in the dojang anymore, usually just for like specific classes or testing or whatnot, so it was already, you know, mostly run by the head instructor and whatnot, but yeah, there's that. I know that you were asking earlier about like my greatest achievement, if I have it like up or anything like that. I framed my boards for my first degree black belt. I got my I went testing for my first degree black belt when I was 11 years old. Did I pass it when I was 11 or 12? I think it might have been 12, because I just remember that it was before I was a teenager. And, you know, nowadays I have to break 6 boards together as a 23-year-old. Back when I was 12, I just had to break 3 together, was the thing. So rather than 6 of these, it was 3 of these that I had to do back then. So I have those framed over in the, you know, these cameras are wired. It's not like I can go show it or anything like that. If you want a picture later, I can always send it. But in the hallway, there's like a big frame with my, my black belt certificate along with the boards that I broke for that and whatnot. Yeah, just to be safe there. So I framed that. I mean, I don't really have any like big achievements or anything like that are like up and around or anything like that. Just that. I don't think we did anything with my second degree. I had to break 4 boards at 2nd degree. I know you were mentioning about, like, seeing me break 5 there, like the 5 out of 6. If you just scroll up in, like, the Storytime channel in the Discord server, it's there. If you want to see it there. It's not in the best quality, though. But yeah. Yeah, so they always make you do, like, you know, more boards at, like, the higher ranks and whatnot. So I went for 1st degree when I was 12, and I had to do 3 boards. And then I went for 2nd degree when I was 16, I think I want to say, and I did 4 boards. And then I started going for 3rd degree when I was 19, and then I had to go to 6 because I was, like, in the adult rank. I just missed the gap where I would have done 5, is the thing. So right into 6. And then COVID happened, I got injured, and then COVID happened, and now I'm 23, and I'm still stuck on 6. To be fair, like, when I recently went testing, that was my first time even attempting the testing in, like, several years, but yeah, at least breaking 5 out of 6, at least I know I can do it, you know? Yeah, it's a decent bit of a struggle. I don't really put a lot of achievement kind of things up. I don't even know where my 2nd degree boards are. I know that the 1st degree boards are, like, up in the hall. I have a, up on the shelf way up there. Probably can't even see it. Can't even see it like this. Up on the shelf up there. That kind of, whoa, glass looking. Gosh dang it. The very top of the shelf up there, right in the center, in front of Metroid Dread, that trophy award thingamabob. The Dojang actually gave that to me for a Black Belt Student of the Year in 2018, so that was like shortly before, a little bit before COVID started and whatnot. That was before I got injured, because like 2019, I believe, is when I got like injured and was stuck in physiotherapy, and then 2020 was when like COVID stuff started, was the thing. But yeah, so the Dojang gave me that award there. I'm not gonna show it because I dox myself. My name's on it. is the thing, so I'm not gonna do that. So that's new, because apparently they do like a Black Belt Student of the Year, Color Belt Student of the Year, stuff like that at their Christmas party each year. In 2018, they decided to give that to me there. And they wanted me to do a speech there, and I just kind of stumbled over my words, and it was hella awkward and such. So, you know, there was that situation. But yeah, I don't really have any, you know, big achievements or anything like that I keep around. Like, there's that. I keep like all the from the various charity events around the channel. I do keep like the little thank you notes that I've gotten from various different charities. Like I have some from Larch. I have one from the Canadian Celiac Association. So some different yeah, they want me to do a speech there. And then yeah, I don't really keep a lot of things around like that. I keep my training sword and nunchucks back there and whatnot. That's not really an achievement thing. That's just there to be convenient for me to take into training when I need to take it into training and such, you know. Is all that is. If you want like a picture of my freaking framed, like, freaking 1st degree boards, I could send that, but you know. Like Senator Armstrong who doesn't write his own speeches, yeah, I should totally do that. Yeah, I think that's all the thingamabobs I have there. I think that's all there. Hold on. There's just like that battle left. I can go get the side objectives and the other one, then the extra battle. Hold on. Let's actually use these training points right now. And then I'm gonna take like a little bit of a break to see if the Doogie needs anything and bring some ice up, because I know that my dad, recovering from his knee surgery, needs like ice for his machine thingamabob there. The ice is down his knee and whatnot, so I'll do that like really quickly after this. So I'll take like a brief BRB in a hot second. Let me first just give Balthus a new intermediate class. Let's just use these points here really quickly first. But yeah, sure if you got it, but don't want to keep asking to see stuff in the middle of a stream. Yeah, I can show it after stream in a stream, and not like on the actual stream itself, because again, I don't want to, you know, dox myself. This is the case. Don't want to be doing that. Look at this thief, Balthus. Bam. Cool. Hello, Super Hyper. How are you doing today? Yeah, you can still rumble, man. Cool. So you wanted to do that then. Doing alrighty. Well, it's something there. I'm doing pretty alrighty, just mad chilling here. Whatnot. We somehow started talking about a bunch of Taekwondo stories and things. So you're done with your intermediate classes, Yuritsa. I like Swordmaster, so maybe I'll give you Warrior for now or something. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe. I should have cycled from the bottom. What am I doing? Because he's close to the bottom here. Is the thing. I have 2 advanced seals. Let's just give him, like, Warrior, I guess. For funsies. Sure. Okay, so I can just skip the whole thing. Well, I did not actually mean to. Whatever. I guess he's a warrior now. I guess he's just a warrior now then. Okay, begin the training. Begin the training, how about? Begin the freaking training montage. Wow, just a bunch of nices up there, huh? Gosh darn it. Well. Whoops, no. Ferdinand, Morse quote here in the server. I have a feeling I know exactly what quote it is. You're done with those thingamabobs, so... I mean, you're so close to being done here with that, Ferdinand. You can just do it as like a adjutant thing in battle, right? Or screw it, I'm just gonna do it here. Whatever, I'm feeling lazy. I'm feeling lazy, so I'm just gonna do that. Yeah, I'll take down those notes, Warrior Yuritsa. Take them down. Okay. So yeah, now Ferdinand can get a new master class and such. Kaspar is gonna be done with his intermediate classes once he does that. Ferdinand von Armor here. That'll be his last time being on the ground. Okay. And I can give him the new master class of Great Knight. Is what I can do. And give Manuela something. So let's see here. So Ferdinand wouldn't mind, I don't know. What wouldn't he mind? Thoron could be pretty cool if he'd be in Holy Knight. I don't know. Sure, let's unlock... Wait. Hold on. Let's unlock the master class first. Is what we can do. Unlock that. Cool.
Gaze upon my splendid finery.
So splendid. So dang splendid. I'll have to change your class into something else in a hot second. Because I just want to know if I want to use my last advanced seal on Manuela. I mean, I can give you a, Might not be a bad idea to be able to go into something like that. I mean, I can just give you one of these thingamabobs for now. Sure. Sure, Thief Manuela. Sure, let's do that, I guess. Sure.
I'm a master of reinvention.
Okay, and then I can use, like, the advanced seal on Ferdinand. My last advanced seal. Now I'm gonna starve. Sure. Let's do Warlock Ferdinand. For funsies. Look at that. He's all magical and stuff. Oh, I'd probably want him to be in his master class for the upcoming story battle.
Gaze upon my splendid finery.
Especially because we're gonna have to, like, for sure be bringing Ferdinand and whatnot. Like, the server just reached 300 people. Has it now? So 308. But do you think there's a few bots in the server? But I've just made it 300. Congrats. Huh. That's cool. That seems kind of neato there. Everyone has combat arts that they can work on, right? Okay. And nobody, oh, somebody has a thingamabob there. Oh, yeah, Manuela. Could just change into that there. Sure. Sure. I have another training point still. I have another one. I just needed to unlock that. Okay. Begin the training. Do that. Cool. Train that up. Wow, I freaking suck. Look at all these nices. Look at them all. Yeah, would be neato. Would be neato, but well. Not gonna force anybody to talk who doesn't want to. This is a-okay. Life Force. I gotta stop getting tempted to use Life Force, though. That's what I'm also gonna have to keep in mind. Alright, let's see the support conversation really quickly. Yeah, let's just... Ah, with Yuri. Okay. Okay. I believe it.
Oh, Yuri, you're back? I thought you'd still be away.
Well, look who it is. I figured if I didn't come back before sunset, someone might get worried and ransack my room again.
And who might this someone be, huh? You're never gonna let that go, are you?
Just joking, friend. No need to take everything so seriously. Anyway, it's late. Shouldn't you be getting some shut-eye?
Probably, but I just got my second wind. How was your mom, by the way?
Well, it's not looking good, that's for sure. But she still got some fight in her yet. I'd planned on staying longer, but she told me to do what I had to do and sent me on my way. One minute she wants to see me, the next she's telling me to go home. Honestly, she's all over the place.
Reminds me of my mom. The one who raised me, anyway.
She passed away, didn't she? Judging by your expression, she must have been pretty special.
She was. More than I can say. She took me in when I'd been abandoned. Taught me how to live. We weren't blood related, but she was my mom. No doubt about it.
I'm sure wherever she is now, she's very happy to hear you say that.
Oh, that reminds me. I wanted to ask you something. It's been on my mind for a while now. About your real name. Your mom gave it to you, right? Where does it come from? I've never heard anything like it before.
Look up. No, a little more to the left. See that bright star over there?
Bright star. To the left? Which one? There are thousands of stars up there, and they're all bright.
Well, I guess it doesn't matter if you find it or not. Anyway, it's that star's ancient name. The white star that the goddess herself made into a disciple. My mother is a devout follower of Ceros. But I know it's a pretty ostentatious name for a penniless kid.
I don't think so. It just shows how much you mean to her.
Yeah. Well, I do like it. She gave it to me after all. I'm not sure how much of the scriptures she really understands. But knowing her, I'm certain she put a lot of consideration into my name.
Then doesn't it seem like kind of a waste not to use it? What with how much thought she put into it?
I've used many names, and each one comes with its own mask. But when I hear my real name, all those facades fall away. The only people who can call me that are those who are truly special to me. Immediate family, or someone just as important. Which means that if you're so intent on using my name, you'd better be willing to spend the rest of your life by my side.
Do I be mean or do I be rude? Like, wait, mean or rude? You know what I meant. Do I be nice or do I be rude? That's what I meant to say. Do I be mean or do I be rude, huh? Fine, let's do the wholesome thing.
The rest of my life, huh? Okay, I'll think about it.
The look on your face right now, it's priceless. Regardless, it does make me happy to hear that you like my name. And if you ever decide you're up for it, let me know, okay? I'll think it over too, just in case.
Yeah, even though there's no S ranks in this game, there's still like some hints, like there was in the final A ranks, like in Three Houses. It seems like. So, but yeah, oh neat. That's neat that it can result in those kinds of connections and whatnot. Oh well, maybe not those kinds of connections then. Yeah, that's okay. Well, I take back. I guess I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm just gonna take a quick little BRB here really quickly. That's what I'm gonna do, like check in on things. I will be back here shortly, is my plan.